Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. That's what they needed right there. Force one here. Up to Chin, who throws it down. Minkler, good ball fake, gets to the 10. Count it and the foul. 2 buzzer beaters to his credit. Goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Good! Another! Another! And it's a steal by Soden. Soden to the rim. He's got the layup, and Bedford's got the lead. McGeady drives, Strand open. Three-pointer up and in. Wow. And they come up with a steal. O'Connell looking for the flush.
Big guys shoot twos.
Step back, Castro trying to tie the game. Juanena up the sideline, Castic way, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in! Trying to find Bono. Mike with the steal! Mike is going to run up the clock! Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Nashua. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. One of the biggest crowds we've seen yet here in the Gate City for the Battle of the Bridge. It's Nashua South at Nashua North. 2 teams seemingly heading in different directions. Both teams expected to make another deep postseason run. Both teams were semifinalists in last March's Division I tournament. A lot of those same players are back and in uniform tonight. However, after a strong start, Nashua North has lost 4 in a row, hoping to turn it around tonight on their home floor in this packed house. And then Nate Mazzarol, longtime Nashua South head coach, he's got them playing very well. As of late, winners of 5 in a row, including one over perennially tough Trinity. So this one, really anyone's game. There's star power on both sides. And one thing we know for sure, they're both going to get after it, I think, tonight in this rivalry matchup.
That's the one thing I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. Is there going to be, smack talk? Is there going to be some pushing, some shoving, some, you want to hold down your turf, right? However, you still haven't explained to me the tease from Wednesday. What is this bridge we doth speak of?
We'll get into that later for sure. Well, we've seen both these teams.
We have.
Personally.
Yeah, we have.
So far, we saw the Titans twice. They took defending champion Bedford really to the mat in what ultimately was a 5-point loss in Bedford. But have not been able to really shake the funk after that defeat. No. Meanwhile, South, as we talked about, we saw them against Wyndham. They lost to the Jaguars, but really since then have turned it around. Again, winners of their last 5, hoping to make it 6 in a row tonight.
On a roll, but I think that after North lost to Bedford, that I don't know if they emotionally got disturbed by that, if that kind of took the wind out of their sails, as they say. You can come up with every cliche you want, but they played really well that game. And Bedford did not, but they had a chance to win that game in the end. A couple mistakes here and there, a couple missed shots, turnovers here and there. But they were very close to winning that game. That's the closest we've seen Bedford come to a loss, or even just nobody has pushed them that well or that far yet. So I'm just kind of curious. Are they going to be able to rebound here at some point? You have to. You're going to run out of time if you're not careful. And this would be a perfect time for them to rebound, play well against South, and win. And then, then all of a sudden, your mindset changes. We beat our rival. They've won 5 in a row. We're now feeling pretty good. So this is huge for Nashua North tonight, I think, this game. Huge.
What needs to happen both ways? Give us some keys to watch tonight.
Well, I think you have to relax a little bit. I think this game is going to bring some jitters. You got the most fans, like you said, like we've seen all season long. It's a packed house. You're playing against guys that you really know well. And I think both teams are going to have to come out and set the tone defensively. Who's going to come out in the zones? Anybody going to press? How are you going to handle the press? My thing is, how are you going to handle the press? If a team plays, both teams decide to play man, are you going to take your time, run some offense, and get good open shots, right? But how about what is their level of excitement? Can they temper that a little bit? And does one coach or another have to call an early timeout maybe to calm them down a little bit. And for me, we've been waiting. You want to see the big fella trip, right? No, I'm sorry. Not big, wrong big fella. Wait, did we change
I think you're
numbers?
thinking of Robinson
Rodriguez, but they changed. Oh, he's wearing a different shirt. That's why I see 22 on the top. He's wearing that for somebody else. I want to see him do something tonight. We saw early on in the season, made his presence felt on the defensive end, blocked some shots, but he got into foul trouble against Bedford, and he's been in foul trouble since then. So how does he respond going forward using his size? Because that's a big advantage that they have, I think, tonight.
All right, when we come back, starting lineups, national anthem, and then tip-off. It's the Battle of the Bridge, Nashua North and Nashua South. Coming up next, you are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Number 15, Gavin Turner. Number 25, Hughes. And number 34, Jake Pena. The tag are coached by Steve Lee. Tonight's game will be officiated by William Dacus, Darryl Robichaud, and Barry Ham. Elise Murphy will be our athletic trainer. At this time, please stand if you're able to remove your hats for the national anthem. Presenting the colors tonight is the Nashua JROTC. Singing our national anthem, please welcome Mr. Al St. Louis.
Well, there he is.
Love that.
Guinness Book of World Records holder.
Wait,
and Nashua native Al St. Louis.
Why is he? What does he hold the Guinness Book of World Records for?
Most national anthems sung in one calendar year.
Holy mac!
And I believe there may be some others in the book.
Really?
As well, but it's always a delight, and
yes.
It's a big game in the state of New Hampshire when Al St. Louis has the microphone. We are ready to rumble here in the Gate City. Nashua North and Nashua South, an electric atmosphere. A packed gymnasium, an emphatic student section. Well, two rival student sections on each side of the court expected to stand and go at one another throughout the course of this one. Three officials on hand as well. The veterans Daryl Robichaud, Barry Hammer, and Bill Lapkus. We're underway. Nashua North, the home team. They're in the white uniforms tonight. Nashua South in the road purples. And they are going to open up on defense in what looks like a 2-3 zone.
All right. We're going to see a zone. We're going to see how North attacks the zone.
Inside out. Maglani for three. That's their captain.
Careful.
Offensive rebound, but a travel on the landing.
Got to be careful on that. Pena went down hard. Luckily, he saved himself.
The 5'10 senior went sky high, but again landed on the floor. A travel is called. And now Nashua South will head left to right here in this first half. Here's their leading scorer, Josh Caruso, follows his own miss off the rim. Ball loose, near side, goes out of bounds. And it's last touch by Nashua South. That's the North fans you see behind the inbounder Maglani. And they obviously like the call.
Well, against the zone, too, I expect Maglani to shoot well. 2-3 zone in the gaps. You know, find the areas that are open. High post is open. Wings are open. Attack the gaps. There's a short underneath.
A little back door. It's blocked. Getting a hand on it was Daniel Karavanik, the Nashua South center. This pass still in bounds off the side of the backboard. Heads up play by Pena to snatch it and give the Titans another shot here.
That was slightly wacky.
Both teams scoreless to the first minute. Three-pointer will change that. That one lined up well out of the corner for Gavin Terrio. 6-foot senior able to get square, and the home team strikes first 3-0. North, meanwhile, in a man-to-man. Here's a blow-by move and finish with the right hand by Sam Akote, the junior. Got the step and put South on the board. It's 3-2.
He's got my favorite name, Samson Akote. Love it. Interesting lineup. A little small tonight. Nashua North not starting our big guy over there. He's on the bench, as is we at there.
Here's a deep three.
Melendez. Melendez is usually in the game, too.
Off target there by Elise. Roy Cortez. This one is poked loose and taken away. Here's Luke Peters, finds the trailer Pena. Had a tough time there with the dribble and is called for the carry. So a turnover each way. And South of a chance for their first lead here with 2 minutes gone by.
You can't do that. Apparently the fans agree that he can't do that.
Yeah, we're going to hear several chants, I'm sure, back and forth tonight. Here's a good drive, and a foul in the paint is called.
Good call. Two
Be
players
the first foul either way, and that should send senior guard Zach Castigway to the free throw line.
Indeed it will. I'm also curious, too, free throws tonight. We've seen some bad free throw games lately. Teams have not shot well. Teams that shoot well from the free throw line usually end up winning, especially if they get a lot of free throws.
The first one is good. Castigway, one of their better free throw shooters. And a 2-year starter, as he has no problem there. So South, they've got their first lead on the board at 4-3 with 2.5 gone by in this opening quarter.
Yeah, still in the zone, high post, there it is, wide open. Right now the shooters are out a little too far on the wings too. They got to make sure they find better spots, a little more comfortable spots. Good
Into
shot.
the corner. That three, too much for Cortez.
No air balls allowed, Nick. No
Caruso with the rebound. Meanwhile, Castigway turns on the speed, leans into the shot, and this one rolls in.
Like him, quick, push the tempo.
6 unanswered by South. And it's a 6-3 lead with 3 minutes gone by. Backdoor, Maglani under the basket, pivots, fires, and misses the off-balance shot. Caruso's got another rebound. Long outlet to Castigwe. Pulls up quickly on the baseline, hits the rim twice, and won't go down. The other way comes Peters. Looks for the trailer. It's Cortez who's going to pull it back out.
Both guards, Cortez and Pena, played really well against Bedford.
Down the lane, Cortez going to lean into the contact and draw the first Nashua South foul of the evening. It goes against Karavanic.
And they needed to get, attack the basket, try and get to the free throw line. They're not getting the easiest of shots right now. The corner shot was an air ball. I always have a rule, no air balls. Coaches always have that rule, no air balls, because then you have no chance to get a rebound most of the time.
So here is Elise Roy Cortez. Played well this year, whether as the point guard or off ball. He's another veteran for Coach Lane to lean on. He's got 2 there.
So far, we're 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Like to see that. Good free throw shooting.
Nearing the midway point, first quarter. Full court press for the first time.
Yeah, full court man press.
From Nashua North. He's got Coach Mazzaro on his feet. His team able to handle it without an issue. Here comes that defense chant from the North fans. Step around move. Banker won't go for Cote. It's tipped out, and Roy Cortez wants to run. Trailer, Pena for 3. A line drive miss and a weak side rebound for Josh Tripp of Nashua South.
That was actually a really good no call down on the base, on the drive down to the basket.
Little handoff. Pull up 15-footer is good.
Castigwe feeling it, and they keep giving him the ball back.
He's the high scorer here in this first quarter, now with 6. South with a 3-point lead. Coach Lane ready to bring on the 6'5 big man, the junior Robinson Rodriguez, standing over at the scorer's table. Elbow fade, count it, and the foul.
Good call, got him on the arm. Nice turn, catch, shoot. There's my guy. Maglani needs to shoot well tonight.
Of course, he was a member of the varsity squad a couple of years ago as a freshman. He's now a seasoned veteran as a junior, was named captain. And he's got a nice stroke for sure.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hit on the release and a chance for one more to try and tie the game.
I do believe he might have the most beautiful shot in Division I basketball this year.
It's on the short list for sure. Meanwhile, Caruso is double teamed. Castigwe swings it to Tripp, splits a double team, hangs, and scores.
Good move.
That's the first field goal for the sophomore Josh Tripp. Good, strong, confident take. Puts South back on top. Maglani for 3. No, but a foul.
Got him on the arm. Oh, coaches don't like that. Nobody likes that. You can't give him 3 free throws.
It was Caruso on the closeout. Tried to come high and got a piece of the release.
I'll tell you what, though. Making 3 free throws, we've talked about this multiple times. Making 3 free throws is difficult to do.
1 for 1 so far. And no trouble there. 6 points for Maglani's North side man. With just over 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Meanwhile, Coach Lane has brought on Robinson Rodriguez. He's having a chat with 2 of his guards in the backcourt as we speak, and he's going to go to the bench again and bring on Zion Melendez, the 6'1 junior. So Peters will sit. Terrio will join him on the Nashua North bench. This one is short. Offensive rebound, Rodriguez.
Oh, wow. I didn't think he had possession. Both guys had possession. Got a bleeder. I think he's okay. A little scratch.
That's Melendez. They've got scratched on the forehead there. Coach Lane going to escort him to the sideline. Meanwhile, the officials are looking for a wet spot in the paint.
Can't have moisture, Nick. Can't have moisture. Very slippery.
Terrio is back on after a short rest for the Titans as they continue to look at Melendez.
Melendez played a lot in the last game we saw him.
Here's Rodriguez. His first bucket comes off the inbound pass, and that puts the Titans back in front 12-10.
And there's the scoring off the inbound play. One of my most favorite things to do, score on the inbounds from anywhere on the floor.
2.5 remaining first quarter. Backdoor Caruso from Cote, but that went in and out. Rodriguez the board, and now the Titans. They're swinging into the corner. Cortez with a spin move, looking to get into the paint. Flashing back to the corner is Pena. Draws a bump, no whistle, turned it over. Cote up ahead. Castigwe collects, missed it off the back iron, and it's tipped out to Terrio. Cortez long pass. Pena is ready in the corner. Another ball fake, skip pass. Maglani for three, you bet. And with that, Coach Mazzarol is going to call a timeout.
Got to get a hand up on the shooters, Nick. If you're playing zone, you got to get a hand up on the shooters. You know who the shooters are. You know who the shooter is over there.
And Maglani opened a good look from Pena on the assist.
Yeah, no hand up at all. Just kind of went out with his hand down. You can put a hand directly in someone's face. I know people go, "Oh no, that's not legal." You can, right in front of the face. Now, if you're a pro player, it doesn't really bother guys too much. As a high school player, that bothers high school players.
5-0 run here from Nashua North. And that's the difference right now at 15-10 with under 2 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Again, two teams looking for a rivalry win. South came in red hot, winners of 5 straight. Hoping to get a 6th in a row tonight. The Titans looking to put the brakes on a 4-game skid with a win on their home floor. So a lot on the line here at the midway point of the regular season. Out of the timeout, little pressure in the backcourt from North. No problem for South as they continue to work left to right. Deep three, Cote missed off the back iron. And off the bounce, here comes Roy Cortez. Got the trailer Pena. Coach Lane says pump the brakes here with 92 seconds remaining. Deep three, Cortez up and in. That's his first field goal. The junior with 5 early. The run stretches to 8 unanswered.
And I like that because you know what? He caught and he shot. I like to see him and Pena both catch and shoot. Sometimes they have a tendency to catch it and put the ball on the floor for no apparent reason. They both are good shooters. Catch and shoot.
Meanwhile, Prince Isaac Nabuzi has come on. And a foul is called. Nabuzi in for Nashua South, along with Cote, Castigwe, Caruso, and Tripp.
Should have been a foul on Terrio, I believe. They didn't put that up there, but I'm pretty sure it was Terrio that hit him. It was two players, but Terrio got the most of the contact.
That's the second team foul against North. The free throw will end the 8-0 run.
I'm not fouling him.
Castigwe 3 for 3 at the line. And he's the high man for the Purple Panthers with 7 in this first quarter, just over a minute to go.
Yeah, good free throw shooter. I'm not fouling. And he's been very aggressive to score tonight as well, early.
He's got that one. 2-possession game at 18-12.
I have him with 8 early. Do you have him with 8 as well, even though I'm the unofficially unofficial?
No, you're right on. South fans trying to give this 2-3 zone a little bit of a bump. Meanwhile, Luke Peters is checked back in for the Titans. High post Rodriguez. Looks down low. There's Pena. Back to Rodriguez for 2.
Nice pass. Very good pass.
Second field goal off the bench for Rodriguez, and the lead back to 8 for Nashua North. 30 seconds remaining first quarter.
He's already been more active than we've seen him the last couple games. No doubt. Already more active.
Coach Lane, meanwhile, trying to spearhead this man-to-man defense. See the longtime head coach on his feet at the head of the Nashua North bench. Meanwhile, we're down to 10 seconds. Castigway trying to shake off Pena with a ball screen. Crossover, 16-footer is in the hole.
Move. Wow.
And that'll do it. First quarter in the books. Punch, counter punch. North with a late rally. An 8-0 run at one point. They lead by 4 after 8 minutes of play here in the Gate City. Right back to Nashua North High School in just a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
All right, we get a 20-14 Nashua North lead here as we begin the second quarter in Nashua. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Count that one. Up and under for Prince Isaac Nabuzzi. A strong finish under the rim. The senior will have a chance for one more. The first bench points tonight coming there for Nashua South to make it a 4-point game again.
That was a tough play. Big fella's got to go up and just maybe put his hands up, not try and swat at everything, just kind of be a threat and a presence to kind of move the ball around. But he tends to get in foul trouble. He's got one already.
Meanwhile, another explosive move leads to the fadeaway for Elise Roy Cortez. He's played well in this first half.
He has. They're very active guards. They don't come out much. They don't get tired much. They're very active.
Meanwhile, Melendez, who exited late in that first quarter with a scratch on his forehead, is ready to check back in for Coach Lane. Looks like he's got a Band-Aid above his left eye. Meanwhile, the fadeaway is up and in for Zach Castigway.
Right now, he's on fire. He's telling somebody, stop me.
He's got 12 to lead all scorers.
They can't stop him right now. They can only hope to contain him. That's all I'm seeing right now.
First minute gone by. Pull up. Maglani left it short. Ball off the fingertips originally of Caruso. A good heads-up save by his teammate, Shane Lemire, who just checked in. Here is the freshman. He's going to pull up. That one off the front lip. Pena wrestles it out of a crowd. Bounce pass ahead to Cortez. Goes right to the rim, and then it blocked by Tripp. Another rebound for Lemire. Quick three for Caruso is up and in.
On the board for Caruso. That's his first basket. Quick three with no rebounders. That's a bold shot.
A rare scoreless quarter for Caruso. That one from way downtown. Ties the game at 22. The last 5 have gone to the Purple Panthers, and that's got the student section behind the south bench all fired up. Meanwhile, Maglani stepped back, going halfway down before it rolled out. And Mbezi grabs the rebound.
Not a bad shot.
Caruso, another deep one.
Heat check.
That one in and out. This one tipped, and last touch by Tripp. It'll be Nashua North ball.
That was a bit of a heat check. Sorry about that. Got a little off there. Heat check. He hit the last one. It was a good-looking three. Came down. Thought he could. That was pretty deep, Nick.
Very deep.
Be a little deep. A little deep.
Of course, as we know, the storyline here, 2 teams in search of a win as we head to the midway point of this regular season. The Titans, after a strong unbeaten start, have lost 4 in a row, a couple of those in overtime, and 1 on the road against defending champion Bedford. Nashua South has won 5 straight and looking to make it 6 in a row tonight. Both these teams, of course, were in the semifinals a year ago, along with Bedford and Pinkerton.
I feel like, this is probably right now North's most important game of the season right now. How you play now is going to dictate how you play going forward. You're playing against your rival. You want to play well, but you've lost 4 in a row. You can't lose 5 in a row, right? Can't lose 5 in a row.
Cortez for 3. That one grazes the rim and ends up out of bounds. Meanwhile, Cortez thought he was fouled. Longtime referee Daryl Robichaud says, I don't think so. That'll give North a little time to set up the press here.
Again,
the
full
Titans,
court man.
Yeah, they've been aggressive here defensively, but South has held up. Only 2 turnovers each way by my count in that first quarter. There's number 3. As Castigway lost his footing.
As soon as you say it, there it is.
It's that broadcaster jinx. Meanwhile, I think, Coach Lane is going to go to the bench again here. He's got now a 5 of Peters, Melendez, Maglani, Pena, and Rodriguez.
So Peters was sitting down, right? So now we have Peters back in the game, and
meanwhile, Melendez calling for it deep in the post. Tried to find Maglani, who zigged when Melendez thought he was going to zag. That went out of bounds.
He's one-on-one in the paint. You got to be aggressive, right? You got to, if you have any post moves at all, that's your time to take advantage of that, especially when they're playing zone, right? You got a man on your back. Go for it, one-on-one.
Meanwhile, some blood on the jersey of Pena.
That must be blood from a teammate, maybe, from Melendez. That's going to be, I'll tell you what, our trainer is working hard tonight already.
Yeah.
A little blood removal.
I'm not sure if he was cut or, as you said, if that may have been from Melendez back in the first quarter. Either way, Pena is out, and now it looks like he will head to the locker room.
It's usually like a hand when it's that low on the jersey. Maybe you cut a finger. Guys don't cut their nails sometimes. That used to make me nuts when I played against a guy with long fingernails, because every time you went in and they'd foul you, you'd bleed. I don't want to bleed. And back then, you know what, Nick? Nobody cared if you bled.
Yeah.
They go, oh, he's bleeding. Just leave him in. Blood everywhere on the shirt. No big deal.
Different day and age.
Yeah, they didn't care.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Of course, we're on YouTube, the channel, FNLNH Media. It's the only place you can see the games live or anytime after that.
Hit
on
the
our
subscribe button.
Video archive.
Like.
That's right. Hit the subscribe button.
We're always on, too. We're always on. You can watch a game anytime, so if you missed anything, right?
There you go.
You can go back and watch any game that we've done, and we're going to try and get everyone this year at least once, right? That's kind of the goal.
Wow.
If we can. We may not do it, but we try, right, to get everybody we
Sure.
can.
Yeah, we're all over the map.
Oh, my goodness, we are.
For sure.
We've
and
been
it's
everywhere.
typically 2 broadcasts a week, so stay tuned as we're live all the way through March.
We have
all right.
been everywhere.
Nashua South out of the timeout. Meanwhile, Pena is back in. He's got a different jersey, number 51 now in white. He continues to hound Castigway, who pulls up. Little leaner, won't go, and the weak side rebound war is won by Maglani. Finds Pena down the lane, back to Maglani. 1 dribble, long 2. Line drive miss. Pena there on the offensive glass.
Got 4 rebounds already. Pena does. That's a guard, has 4 rebounds.
Very aggressive. Rodriguez for 3 out of the corner. No, Melendez, another offensive rebound. North starting to pound the glass here. Game tied at 22. Pena drive and dump. Rodriguez stripped on the way up, and it's last touch by the defender. Looks like Josh Tripp, who knocked it away.
I want to see Pena shoot that. He had a wide open shot. He tried to force it wide open, shoot that. Confidence, he can make that shot. I saw him make a whole bunch of shots in warm-up.
Yeah, he can score. We know that. He's looked to get his teammates involved here in this first half. There's that defense chant again from the South fans. Pena. Peters sets up Maglani, who's spot on for another 3. Second from downtown. And he matches his counterpart Castigway for game-high honors here in this first half as we hit the midway point of this second quarter. Both players with 12 points.
They need him to score. If they're going to win tonight, he has to score 15, 20 points.
There's Caruso, the leaner.
Tough shot.
Somehow got it over 2 defenders for his second field goal. Well, Peters is the trailer, goes into the paint, is rejected. Quick outlet pass. Caruso tracks it down, pulls up for 3. And when it rattles out, another offensive rebound. It's Aiden Clout.
Good rebound.
Tripp going to slash here, goes into Peters and draws a foul.
Good
He'll
rebound.
have a chance to put South back in front here with the first of 2 on the way.
Clough came in out of nowhere for that rebound. I'm going to say, I know that Caruso hit one early like that, but that's not the best available shot. It's you against 3 or 4 with none of your teammates there to rebound yet on that kind of a long pass. Maybe take a dribble or 2, wait for a teammate to come down, and then you got a shot, at least a rebound.
Meanwhile, more subs. Lemire is back for Nashua South, the freshman. Going to take a spot on the lane here. Meanwhile, Tripp knocks it down, and now he'll come out of the game as we get our first look at Tim Stavelli, the junior, checking in for the first time here with just over 3 minutes remaining until halftime.
Did he make both those free throws?
He
That's
did.
Another one. We're on fire.
No, he missed the first.
Missed the first one. Okay.
So we're tied at 25. Maglani looking to go right at Stavelli. Overplayed his hand with the shot. The ball ends up out of play. A little too much mustard on that strong take by Maglani, but his team will have a second chance. Meanwhile, it looks like a fan favorite has come on. Leo DiPaolo is going to check in, and Prince Isaac Nabuzzi, after giving some good minutes there off the bench.
No, he was good.
He's going to take a seat. So North, again, against what's looked like a 2-3 zone most of this first half from South. There's a 3. It's Maglani out of the corner. That's his 3rd from downtown, and that's that old school 4-pointer because the net was stuck on the rim after the swish.
And, that's a great screen, too. Robinson set a great screen on the baseline. Look at that screen. Uncle Leo, I call him Uncle Leo DiPaolo last time. Uncle Leo tried to fight through that screen. Robinson with a good screen. He played well. I don't know if he's tired. You want to take him out early? I don't know. I'd leave him in.
He's going to take a seat here.
You might have some fatigue going, but you bring in another big guy, though. You got some size coming in Peter Donovan.
Yeah, you're right. We get another look at Peter Donovan, who's listed at 6'5". He's played well off the bench all season. Caruso is starting to heat up. That's his 2nd from downtown. That one from the corner. All 8 of his points have come in this second quarter.
Yeah, you don't want him to heat up.
We've got another tie on the scoreboard, 28 apiece. Here's Pena's 15-footer. Back iron missed. DiPaolo is there with the rebound. And now a chance for the lead here for Nashua South. Caruso gets the defender in the air, fires a straightaway miss. And Maglani ultimately wrestles it away for Nashua North. Back and forth we go as we approach 2 minutes to go until halftime. Coming up at halftime, a look back at that first half, stats, highlights, and analysis. Plus an out-of-town scoreboard as well. Another rivalry game going on tonight. Pinkerton is at Londonderry. So scores and stats coming up at the break. Meanwhile, Pena looks to take on Castigway. Now he's got the center in the high post. Hands to Maglani. Bumped on the release.
Yeah,
no call.
Fouled.
This ball was tipped, though.
Definitely,
and it will stay
hit
with the Titans.
Body foul, arm foul. He got fouled all over the place on that one. The Wizard will show that if we show replay. He got hit. I don't know why they didn't call that. We have 3 referees tonight, you guys, too, if you're watching. That doesn't happen very often. He didn't even get to land in his spot. I'll tell you what, Peters has to be more aggressive, though. When he catches the ball, he had a wide-open shot last time. He's got to be more aggressive.
3-pointer. In and out for Cortez. Another board for Lemire, the freshman, with 3. And now Castigway trying to get his own shot at the free throw line. It was blocked. Goes back up, double pump, and draws a foul.
He forced the first one, but was able to fortunately, he got a rebound off the block shot. Was able to turn nothing into something.
Yeah.
In that play.
Got a chance for a couple here at the line. He's been perfect at the stripe in this first half, 4 for 4.
Man, don't foul him.
And is now 5 for 5.
Don't foul him. He's been more aggressive. Caruso is their leading scorer, right? So, he's going to get points as we go along, but he's been super aggressive tonight early.
Yeah, he's looked to score.
Yeah, no fear at all. And he's not very big, but he just attacks the big fellas inside. Doesn't seem to bother him at all.
6 for 6 at the line. 14 points for the senior. South with a 2-point lead. Coach Mazzarolo with his hands on his hips. And a foul is called here between the circles against Clough. The sophomore reached in. That's the second team foul against the Purple Panthers. 3 on the other side against North. And it looks like a man-to-man here out of South. They played zone most of this first half.
Yeah, last couple times down, they switched to a man.
Cortez drive and kick. Pena for 3. That one no good. Pena going to stay with it.
Good offensive rebound.
It's his 5th. Meanwhile, Rodriguez is fouled and will head to the free throw line. Well, Rodriguez was not on the bench very long. Just long enough maybe to grab a drink and then head right back in. And here he is again making an impact near the basket.
Yeah, rebounding too, right? Offensive rebounding. And we've seen other teams offensive rebound and then, won games that way. Londonderry, last time we saw them, offensive rebounds, kind of what got them to the point where they were so far ahead that, against Salem. So if they can offensive rebound, they're in really good shape today.
Rodriguez trying to make it a 1-point game. He won't. One rolls out. Tripp with the board. And South going to walk it into the front court here. Final 45 seconds, first half.
Going to hold it maybe for the last shot, or do we shoot quick?
Castigwe's pass, tip, Caruso to the rescue. Pulls up, fadeaway on the baseline is good.
I like that shot. That was a tough shot. That's a tough
Cortez
fadeaway.
long pass was tipped. It's got the South fans upset. Tripp says he never touched it.
Replay. That's where we need replay. Oh, look, we're going to have a little chat underneath. Did someone touch it?
Coach Mazzarolo is fired up.
Everybody wants a tip ball on that. If sincere, are we going to switch it up? We are not going to switch the call. The Wizard probably can see. Do we have a tip?
Tough to tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
So it's a 4-point game. And now North, if they want the last shot, they can have it. We're inside of 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm taking the last shot. Looks like they're going to do that too. Got to attack at 10.
Coach Lane directing traffic. McElwainey's got the ball down to 10 seconds. Deep 3. One just short. Rebound goes for DeBuzzi. And now Caruso, eye on the rim, leans into a 3. And that one is no good off the back iron. That will do it for the first half. Well, Nashua North came out swinging, built up an 8-point lead in that first quarter. That's when Josh Caruso came alive for Nashua South in the second quarter. And at halftime, it's the Purple Panthers in search of a 6th straight win, leading their crosstown rivals 32-28.
Not the best shot down there for North. I think they wanted to take the last shot. They took it too early. I think they could have I think they were trying to set a screen up top for him, use a high pick and roll, and then have him get an open, really good, maybe a little closer, good look at a 3, right? Or even a 2. But he was kind of impatient. They took it too early. And then they were able to get a shot off. South was at the end when you don't want that. Last shot means if you're going to get down to 10 and you're going to attack, you don't want the other team to take a shot. That's the last shot, right? So, interesting half, though. So far, very interesting half.
But a fun half, for sure. Fun atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Here in Nashua. Coming up, full recap, stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard, all the good stuff in just a moment. 4-point game at the break. North trailing South 32-28. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
Broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471 888-858-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, halftime here in the Gate City. Nashua South leading Nashua North by a score of 32-28. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire game of the week. Beals Insurance, the Titans, hoping to turn around a 4-game losing streak on their home floor, while Nashua South hoping to keep the good times rolling, seeking their 6th straight win. Nashua North jumped out early, built up at one point an 8-point lead late in that first quarter, and led 20-14 after one. Nashua South's Josh Caruso, who was shut out in that first quarter, scored 10 in the second quarter and put his team back on top. And that is where we are at halftime, 32-28. The high man, though, not Caruso, but his teammate, Zach Castigway, the senior, and the point guard, 14 points. He was perfect at the line in that first half, 6 of 6. And then for the Titans, of course, Parth Maglani, one of the better shooters statewide, had 14 points of his own, including 3 from beyond the three-point arc.
Yeah, and right now, you know, South is getting all of their offense from 2 players, and North is getting the majority of their offense from 1 player because, you know, Roy Cortez has 7, Terrio with 3, and then Rodriguez has 4. So I think some other players are going to have to start contributing a little bit more on offense, right? If you want to keep it so that, you know, this, again, I'm going to keep saying this. This is a must-win game for North. Their season needs to turn around a little bit, and this win would be huge for them. It's a rival win, a team that's won 5 in a row, and then it makes your next practice, it's going to go a lot better. Your next game is going to go a lot better, and I think that rebounding-wise, we're at 18 to 15. I think North has 18 and South has 15, so size a little bit of an advantage maybe for North, but South has played well, and I don't know. I really, just from watching this half, I really don't know. This is a game you just can't predict who's going to win because we're so close. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen? One guy who we have not expected is going to come out and score some points, make some things happen, and that might change the game one way or another because we know who's going to score now, right? But I need to know, again, what is this bridge we speak of? Where is this? Is there a bridge, an actual bridge?
They call it
the bridge?
Yep, they call it the Battle of the Bridge. It's an old bridge.
There is a bridge.
Very close to where we are. It's in the woods behind Nashua North. Crosses a little stream in the river, and I believe it's well over 100 years old.
Does this separate kind of the two?
I'm not sure about that.
Why?
I think
my curiosity is piqued, Nick.
I think the legend has grown bigger than the actual bridge.
But I love a good legend. We have Bigfoot. We have some other ones out there.
Well, the guy to ask would be the Nashua Telegraph's Tom King.
Oh, he knows everything, right? He knows all about the history there.
He's actually in the gym as well, of course, working with our friends over at ETV. Meanwhile, here's Rodriguez inside for 2.
Early basket. Rodriguez could be a player that makes a huge difference here in the second half.
Well, remember, he came off the bench to begin the game. He's going to start the second half, and he starts it in a big way for the Titans. He's got 6 points, and we've got ourselves a 2-point game again. Nashua North going to stay in the man-to-man on defense. That's been the look throughout. They lob it inside, trip across the paint. The big man is going to score.
That's his first basket. First basket for the big fella.
Karavanich, the freshman. Didn't play much in that first half, but going to extend the South lead to 4 with that bank shot. Meanwhile, Pena back to his original uniform. Finds Rodriguez, missed it, a little too strong, and there's Tripp again for South.
Really good attack the basket and pass. Fed it right to him, handed him the ball, should have had a 2-footer.
Castigue tried to bank it. Good defense by Pena. Rodriguez, another rebound. Maglani puts the shoulder down, a little out of control, left it strong. Cote is there, and he almost traveled.
Very close. Those yellow shoes really bring it out.
However, no call, and South will come right to left, looking to extend this 4-point lead with a minute and a half gone by in the quarter. Castigue, team's high score in that first half with 14 points. Going to fade, left it short. Ball's going to trickle out of bounds and be awarded to Nashua North.
Not a great shot. He forced it, so I think defensively, Peters did a great job defensively on that. Stayed right in front, got a hand up, and he got a piece of it, got a piece of the ball. Really good defense by Peters, who hasn't generated a lot of offense. I'd like to see him maybe take some shots. If he's open, right, you have him in the game, you're open, shoot it. 15-footer, shoot it.
Yeah, he's out there for hustle, toughness, and defense for sure. Meanwhile, Rodriguez starting to feel it.
He might be that guy we talked about, the extra guy that's going to play better in the second half.
North back within 2 after the 18-footer. Rodriguez doubles his point total from the first half from 4 to 8.
He does look a little tired, too. You mentioned that he went out maybe in that second quarter because we didn't know why. He looks a little tired already.
Karavanich back to Cote, lines up a 3. Line drive miss, weak side rebound for Pena.
Pena with his 7th rebound.
He's been the high man on the glass both ways. And he's going to draw an offensive foul here is called.
Oh, that's interesting. Both players were in the air. That's a nice replay. Let's take a look. He attacks the basket.
And pushed off maybe with that offhand.
Little shoulder, offhand maybe. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Of course, he had to change jerseys back in the first half. Had some blood on the shirt. But he's back to his original number 34, and he's been a factor here on both ends.
And this is a full court man just to kind of slow the game down, slow the dribbler, tire out your point guard a little bit, have him bring the ball up against a little bit of pressure.
Nearly 3 minutes in, third quarter. 2-point game. South looking for breathing room. Karavanich lost it, but it's last touched by Rodriguez and will stay with South. First sub of the third quarter. Peters will come off. And Gavin Terrio will return for Nashua North.
Peters, a little muscle. He's just like a little muscle.
A very good football player.
Is he? I thought he looks like a football player. Maybe a running back, maybe, or a defensive back, too. Both
exactly. Spin move. Caruso lost it on the release.
Lonnie, the rebound.
Now Cortez going to come down the lane. Extra pass, going to set up the three-point shot, but Maglani leaves it short. Cortez is there. Backdoor for Rodriguez.
Great pass by Cortez. Great pass.
So here comes North. After trailing by 4 at halftime, they've come back to tie it here at 34 as we approach the midway point of this third quarter.
Really big time right now. Do they take the lead and can they maintain it? This is winning time here. You got to. If they get a lead, they need to hang on.
Peters going to come right back in.
Maybe a foul situation, perhaps.
Pena going to come out.
Did Pena commit the last foul? So maybe he has a couple fouls. They're not really putting up individual fouls up there, but
2 team fouls is on the board against Nashua North.
I don't think Pena will be out long. If he's not in foul trouble, he won't be out very long.
No. Karavanich traveled.
There it is. Slid the feet.
The freshman with a starry-eyed look over at the veteran official, Daryl Robichaud.
Who, me? Me? Not me.
Not too many turnovers, though, tonight either way.
No, I got 4 and 4.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Usually I think turnovers, I have a hard time.
I think both coaches are pretty pleased with that.
Oh, absolutely. Back to the zone, Nashua. Again, that was successful in the
There's
first
the back
half.
door, and there's the finish. And there's the lead for Nashua North. 36-34. Drive and kick. Karavanich steps into a 2 and got it over Rodriguez.
Now, see, there's a guy that feels confident shooting a 15-footer, not a 3.
Three-pointer, Maglani. His 4th from deep. Timeout, Coach Mazzarol.
I don't know how you leave him unguarded, Nick. They've left him unguarded multiple times tonight, and he's hit him.
He's the high man now with 17. And Nashua South hoping to regroup as they trail 39-36. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally, by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit nhtomahawks.com and also girls.nhtomahawks.com. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. 2 teams heading in 2 different directions coming in. South had won 5 in a row and hope to stay near the top of the Division I standings as we head towards the midway point. And, of course, Nashua North, after an unbeaten start to the season, they've lost 4 in a row, a couple of heartbreakers, hoping to turn that all around tonight. It's been a festive atmosphere, not a seat to be spared here.
It's a packed house.
And both fan bases have been passionate. And it's been fun to call, frankly, as we
absolutely
hit the midway point, third quarter. It's been back and forth. North led by as many as 8 in the first quarter. South led at halftime by 4. North back out in front here as we resume 39-36. Meanwhile, Castigway runs out of room and turns it over.
Let me ask you a wacky question. Do you think the same person that designed the Bedford gym designed the Nashua North gym? Because I see plenty of seats available that they can't get to because the measurement appears to be wrong. Is that just me, or am I missing something there?
Gives it more of a shoebox feel, which I like.
Yes, I know. It's kind of, it feels good, but if you look at it, they could get so many more people in here in a basketball
game. A turnover
game.
is going to give this back to South. So now 5 each way.
Yeah, we just talked about turnovers, and what do we get? Back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah, a little bit of a dry spell here for these teams.
We jinxed them again.
South looking for a bucket. Tripp hoping to give it to him. 3 won't go. Rodriguez, a sky-high rebound. That's his 5th board. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Rodriguez for 3. No. Followed by Cortez.
There he is again.
Well, nobody boxed out the 5'9 junior. He's in now double figures with 11.
He's tough.
And the lead is 5 for the Titans. North continuing to play man-to-man. Meanwhile, a reach-in foul is called against Maglani. Caruso with pretty good crossover move there to draw the foul. That's the third team foul against the Titans. South has not committed a foul so far in this third quarter. Meanwhile, the inbound pass tipped by Maglani, stolen by Peters. And now the Titans up by 5 have possession.
Couple early turnovers, or I guess kind of late in the quarter now. We've moved along. We're already at 2:20 left. That's shocking.
Step back. Cortez, no. And the rebound wrestled home by Okote.
Sampson.
Okote wants it back. Going to attack, goes up, and scores off the glass.
Good move to the basket. Strong, confident.
The junior makes it a one-possession game again at 41-38. Down to 2 minutes, third quarter. Coach Lane back on his feet.
We're looking to screen here for him. I think screen for an open look.
Maglani wants to pick. A little pick and pop. That one's short. Okote another board for South. And he wants to push. Lost it from behind as Terrio poked it loose. It'll stay with the Purple Panthers.
Now, Maglani has been short a couple times, right? That's a little fatigue. Aim for the back. So what do you tell a guy that shoots well? Aim for the back. Right, don't aim for. A lot of guys look at the basket. They aim for the front. They might aim for some other spot.
Nice back door.
Aim for the back if you're tired.
Meanwhile, Castaguay's first points of the third quarter bring his team back within 1 at 41-40.
That was a great backdoor cut. I love a backdoor cut.
Pretty to watch. He's been fun to watch tonight as well. 16 now, a team high.
Yeah, he is fun to watch. Very aggressive offensively.
Cortez, fadeaway, up and in. Well, the Titans starting to get that two-man game going.
Yes, he's come alive, too, the second half scoring-wise. Come alive quick.
Trip wide open. Baseline 2 is short. Going to go to the ground to keep it alive.
Travel. Call for a travel out there.
And one tipped and stolen. Up ahead, Melendez, who just came on, has got the finger roll.
There it is.
It's the first bucket for Zion Melendez. 45-40. Okote step-through move and finish.
That's a pretty shot. Pretty little hook shot.
Back and forth we go. Inside of 40 seconds, third quarter. 45-42, and now a travel is called against Melendez. Dragged the pivot foot.
Yep, slid that back foot, and they're really, you nailed that in the head. This is a point of emphasis, a lot of traveling calls. Guys got to be better with the jump stop, though. You just got to be better with that. They're watching too many NBA games where they travel all over the place and they never call it. And then you wonder why kids get in bad habits is because of what they see.
30 seconds. South down 3 with the ball. And now it's North getting a bump from the fans as they chant defense.
Taking their time, take the last shot. Let's see if they wait till, to attack at 10 and take the actual last shot here.
10 seconds, Caruso. Looking for a pick and roll. Trying to shake off Maglani to his right. And that is a travel.
Got a rhythm, off rhythm, right? Nice defense, rushed up, cut him off. Feet got all over the place, turnover.
And good help there from Peters.
All of a sudden they have 8 turnovers from, we have 4 in the first half. Now they have 8.
Yep. 3 seconds left. Peters from midcourt is going to fire, and that one is no good off the glass.
I like the
Well, the third quarter belongs to Nashua North. They trailed by 4 at the break. They lead by 3 after 3. It comes down to the next 8 minutes. Will it be North ending a 4-game skid, or does South come back to win their 6th in a row? We begin to find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, buckle up
Buttercup.
as we sprint to the finish here in Nashua. 3-point game as we begin the fourth quarter. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. It's been back and forth all night. South with the ball. They go across the paint, and they may get a three-point play here. Prince Isaac Indabuzi with a strong finish. He played well in the first half off the bench. Gets his first 2 cents. And he did convert a three-point play back in that first half.
I was going to say, if he makes this free throw, that's 2 real three-point plays.
Right. Meanwhile, Rodriguez, the star center for Nashua North, after a brief rest, returns here. Just 13 seconds into this fourth quarter, he's going to replace Pena.
Pena must be in foul trouble. I bet he must have 3, maybe 4, because he came out quick. He committed that last foul. He was out.
Chance to tie the game. Got
there
it.
There it is.
45 apiece.
Old school three-point play.
North led by as many as 8 in the first half, but trailed by 4 at halftime.
And they're South back at a man.
They've been led by Parth McGloney's game-high 17 points. South has stayed competitive, weaned from point guard Zach Castigway. Meanwhile, Cortez, great crossover and finish, no. But a foul is called. That one looked like it was going in.
Yeah, I thought that was going in for sure.
It bounced out, and he'll have 2 on the way here. Took a pretty good shot from Okote midair.
Tough, though. I thought a little spin. I think the spin kind of doinked it out, as they would say.
So 1 team foul each way here in this fourth quarter.
Free throws are going to become very important as we come down the stretch with a tie game like this, a close game. Because I can't. I have no way to predict who's going to win this game. I don't. If McGloney starts shooting well again and kind of gets back into the flow, that could be the difference. But
meanwhile, Alizi Roy Cortez has picked up the slack in this second half as he's got now 14 points. Meanwhile, a turnover. Cortez thinking about going into the lane. Instead, it's a carry.
Yeah, I saw that. Coach is confused. He pulled that ball way too long.
Coach Lane not happy.
Yeah, you can see it. Watch him pull it. There it is right there.
Yep.
A little too much. Hand go all the way underneath. But you know what, though? They don't call carrying anymore. You didn't used to be able to put your hand and rotate the ball when you dribble. You had to keep your hand on top. They don't call that anymore when you rotate over.
Meanwhile, this one tipped and wrestled away in the lane by Melendez.
Melendez with a nice rebound.
Titan defense starting to force some turnovers here in the second half. The South has given it away 10 times in the game.
Like all of a sudden we go from 4 to 10 in one quarter. They had 5 turnovers in the last quarter.
Just over a minute gone by in this fourth quarter.
Pass and cut, look to attack.
A patient possession here from the Titans. Backdoor McGloney, and it pays off.
Beautiful backdoor cut, and you know what? A beautiful pass as well.
Meanwhile, a foul is called along the sideline here against Peters, trying to avoid the ball screen.
Yes, fans are getting fired up on that. They weren't happy about that foul.
Yeah, the North fans wanted a moving screen, but won't get it. Instead, it's, I believe, only the first on Peters, the second team foul of this fourth quarter.
What did you think on that replay? Do you think that was a moving screen? He slide in there a little bit?
Tough to tell. Meanwhile, Castigway going to hand to Okote, and South is going to regroup. Caruso, deep three, too deep. Goes off the backboard, out of bounds, but it rolled off what looked like the left arm of Rodriguez.
Yeah,
may have taken his eye off the ball there, and
that was
South. That's a fortunate break.
Quite a brick. That almost felt like a end of the quarter shot too. That was deep and not necessary. They didn't need that shot.
Backdoor, rejected. The block and rebound by Rodriguez. who gets the ball back, goes right to the rim, and the foul. An outstanding play by Robinson Rodriguez. Came up with the rejection, the rebound, the outlet pass, and then finishes on the other end despite the foul.
If any young people who like to block shots watch that, that's a Bill Russell old school how you block a shot. You block it, you tip it, so that you or your teammate is able to gather it. And then look what happens when you do that. You get a fast break attempt, you get the ball back, run hard to the rim, boom, layup.
It's been a difference maker. Didn't start tonight, but that does not matter at this point. He's got 12 points, 8 in the second half, and a chance for one more. Meanwhile, his team has stretched the lead to 5, 50-45 with 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter.
And there's that guy who we really need to have step up in the second half, right? So we said somebody else has to step up. Maglani did his thing. Cortez was doing his thing. Now that's our other player who's stepped up. But who's going to step up for South, right? Somebody has to step up for South and kind of give them a little bit of a boost being down 5. You can't take threes either. And that wasn't in the flow of the offense. So Caruso can score. We know he can score. We know he can shoot. But he needs to get those in the flow of the offense so that, you can't take a really bad shot and then, boom, the other team comes down and scores.
Nashua North trying to snap a 4-game skid. They fell just a couple of nights ago in a 1-point heartbreaker in overtime, 55-54 against Keene. Prior to that, an 8-point defeat at Goffstown. We were there in Bedford before that, 81-76 the final.
Yeah,
and their first loss of the year came on the second day of January, a 4-point loss against Merrimack. Meanwhile, Rodriguez out of the timeout, missed. It's tipped back to Cortez, who knocks down the 3.
Peters with a very fortuitous rebound. Crowd's getting loud, Nick. Having trouble hearing.
Packed house here tonight. Been a hot and loud gymnasium. 8-point lead. North matching their largest lead from the first half. Karavanik, the freshman, in the post, trying to shake off Rodriguez.
Good move by the freshman.
He's got 6 all in this second half.
I don't think Rodriguez wanted to foul. I got to be honest. He probably could have stood in front and maybe get his hand up. Just jump straight up, put your hand up.
Cortez trying to stay hot. That 3 won't go. Caruso will have the rebound as he tiptoes the baseline.
Yes, he definitely tiptoed.
Long up the floor, shot up and in. It's Castigway from the baseline.
He's been quiet. They need him to come back and be more aggressive again.
14 of his 18 came in the first half. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game again. Melendez inside out. Rodriguez thought about it, lost it off his foot.
Turnover. Look at him, he got fouled.
Castigway to the rim. You bet. Able to twist and turn on that layup. Scored it with the right hand from the left side. Up the floor, Peters. Cut off on the baseline. Melendez has it in the corner. He's wide open. Too strong on the 3. Tipped. Rodriguez is there. Peters whips it over to Maglani, who's got the finish. Well, pretty good effort on the offensive glass again there for the Titans. They get the second chance points.
Absolutely.
And they lead by 4. Coming up on the midway point, fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Caruso lost his balance. Maglani is on the ground. Looking for a timeout is Coach Lane, and he'll get it.
Great call. Great timeout call. Another turnover now with 11. They had 11-6, so they're down, right? Turnovers all of a sudden, and you're all down 4. You should be down more. With that many turnovers, you should be down more than 4.
Well, they took care of it in the first half. 7 of the 11 have come in this second half, and the Titans have really been getting after it in this man-to-man, full court at times tonight, but primarily in that half-court set where they've been able to challenge everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that South needs to kind of go back to what they were doing in the first half. Castigway has to attack the basket. He has to be aggressive, right? You have to make sure Caruso gets good shots in the flow of the offense, doesn't try and force anything. That last time down, they were a little stagnant, right? Guys kind of stood around, and then they tried to force something, and then what happens? Turnover. So it's still anybody's game. We got 4 minutes left. Somebody, Sampson. It's just because I love his first name so much.
Kote, yeah.
He's very smooth. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive on offense as well. But he's just a really smooth, quiet player who I think could make huge impact here at the end if he attacks the basket a few times as well.
Well, each possession becomes bigger than the one before. As we're now inside of 4 minutes to go, it's still a 4-point game. Titans looking for a little breathing room. South is in a man-to-man.
Pena back in the game now. He's probably your primary point guard. Who'd rather pass first. He's pass first.
He's one of their better defenders as well.
Cortez would rather. I think he's a better scorer. But Pena, really good defender, good ball handler.
Castigway got a hand on the pass, but Peters recovers in the backcourt. Now Peters goes right to the rim, almost finished. There's Pena. Cortez swings it, wide open three. Terrio, no. And Tripp clears the glass. Long up the floor, Karavanic got the layup.
Karavanic has 8 points, right? All in the second half.
The freshman has made an impact. He brings South within 2 at 55-53. We're down to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, I think Coach Lane okay with a little ball control offense here.
Yeah, slow it down.
Inside out, Pena for 3.
There it is. He can shoot. He can shoot. He just has to be confident.
Meanwhile, Caruso is fouled. We'll see if this is on the floor or
Peters is hurt too.
If Caruso is going to go to the line, you're right. Peters landed pretty hard under the basket, trying to shake it off. What looked like may have been an ankle.
I guess it looks like we're going to shoot that. Yeah, I guess we're going to get 2 shots on that. Wasn't too sure.
Caruso grimacing a bit as well as he steps to the line.
These are his first 2 free throws of the game, right?
Yes. He scored 10 points all in the second quarter.
These are big right here, big free throws.
It's up and in. The junior now with 11. More importantly, his team is back within 4 at 58-54. One more coming.
Very quiet. Your leading scorer, very quiet here in the second half. Got time, though. Lots of time left. They're only down 4. We don't want to foul him. If the game gets close, don't foul him.
58-55, 1 possession difference.
They've only missed 1 free throw, Nick. That's really good free throw shooting tonight for them.
And both teams have been doing well at the line. Meanwhile, drive and kick, extra pass. Maglani for 3.
And that's the one guy that you can't leave open. Was that 5 threes for him?
You bet. 8 in the second half, 22 in the game. He's the high scorer either way.
I mean, if you're going to leave somebody open, anybody but him, you just don't leave him open.
Down to 2 minutes. Coach Mazzarol looks at the clock as Akote looks at the rim. Shot off target, ball rolls out of bounds, and it's last touched by the defense. It'll stay with South.
Right now, too, it looks a little bit like South is sort of on offense. They really aren't doing much. They're just kind of standing, a lot of standing. Watch them, no movement off the ball, no cutting. It's just kind of standing.
Coach Mazzarol hoping to give his team a jump start. He's up and down that sideline. Meanwhile, Tripp draws a double team, skip pass at Cote. Leaves it for the freshman in the corner. Karavanic 1 dribble, back over to Castigway, and now a timeout.
There it is. Maybe you can talk about the offense, because it does. It looks a little stagnant. They're not moving. Everybody's standing and watching, and the freshman doesn't want to shoot that 3 in the corner. He's not a 3-point shooter. He knows that. That's rare, though. I applaud that. Like, he knows he's not a good 3-point shooter, so he hasn't shot those. He's had a couple openings to shoot that.
Right.
But he hasn't. He's given it to someone else who's a better 3-point shooter.
Coming up after the game, we're going to speak with the winning head coach.
Definitely the winning head coach. The losing head coach didn't work out that time.
Will it be Coach Lane or will it be Coach Mazzarol? We'll find out. Plus full stats, highlights, analysis, and an update on the scoreboard as well. By the way, Londonderry trailed by only 9 against Pinkerton to begin the second half. So we'll get an update there that rivalry game.
The zone is difficult.
It's kind of rivalry night as well. Out on the Seacoast, Exeter and Winnicott tied at 39 going into the fourth quarter.
Another rivalry game. You're right.
A lot to get to tonight. Of course, this rivalry has been fun here tonight. A packed gym. Fans started filing in as early as an hour and a half before tip-off.
Oh, I know. I got here when I walked in. They had the girls' game before this.
And it was packed.
And it was packed house for the girls' game. It was great. It was great to see that.
And it has really been electric tonight. The student sections have been on their feet the entire way.
Yeah, this is fun. So you have this is probably two of the biggest student sections I've seen or we've seen this year, I think, if you look at how many are
South.
there.
They're down 6. They got to hurry. 100 seconds remaining.
100.
North and a man-to-man. Castaguay's got the ball.
See,
Coach
again,
Mazzarol trying to direct traffic.
Stagnant. You got to do something on offense. You got to attack. You got to move.
Coach Mazzarol yells, go. Caruso wants the ball. He'll get it, top of the key. Guarded by Melendez. Here's the screen. Over to Karavanik. Going to step into a long elbow two. Back iron miss. Tipped by Rodriguez. And then Pena controls. North the other way. And they'll slow it down.
Pena, 9 rebounds for your point guard.
He's played well. Drive and kick. Rodriguez thought better of it.
He did. That's a good think.
And now South's got a foul here. We're inside of a minute. That's just the third team foul as they tag Castaguay.
You're going to foul quick. Give yourself as much time as you can, but you know what? Don't foul. They need to know who to foul, who hasn't shot free throws, right? Who to foul now. I'm fouling Rodriguez. If I can get him at the line, foul Rodriguez.
Well, they still have one to give.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, backdoor Cortez is wide open. He's going to capitalize there. He's had a strong second half.
He has absolutely had a strong second half.
Deep three, Castaguay. Short. Tipped in the lane. Akote goes up with the right hand. Left it off the rim. Rebound cleared by Terrio. And North now trying to get into the front court as we come up on 30 seconds. There's the foul as Caruso chases down Terrio from behind. That is team foul number 4. So the next foul will mean 2 shots, as we know, for Nashua North.
And this is one of those things where you have to foul as soon as the ball gets inbounds. You can't wait. Hopefully they talked about this on the bench, that you got to foul quick. Right there. Don't wait. Foul quick.
Yep, they're going to get tripped.
That's not the guy you want to foul. That's the one you want to not let catch the ball.
Just inside of 30 seconds, so Maglani, who has been on fire tonight, going to head to the free throw line. He's got 24 points to lead all scores.
Yeah, he's played well. You know, it's funny, too. You say as a coach and as a fan, hey, you don't want to let him catch the ball. We want to deny him the ball. That is much harder to do than people realize.
Absolutely.
You can tell someone that, but guys always find a way to get open. If you're good, you're going to find a way to get open and catch the ball. So, yes, am I clamoring for that? As a coach, yes, I don't want him to catch the ball, but, man, it's hard to prevent that.
Easier said than done. Maglani with 26 as he goes 2 of 2. The lead is 10 for the first time. Castaguay for 3 over Melendez.
He needed that 3 desperately.
The senior throws his team a lifeline with that one. Slashes the lead to 7.
That's his first 3 of the game. 7, though, with 20 seconds left. It's going to become a free throw shooting contest for North. They have to be able to make free throws now at the end, and they should win the game. You should be able to, 20 seconds left, and up by what's that, 7? Yeah, up 7. You should be able to win the game.
Castaguay after that made 3 now with a team high 23 points.
Very quiet in the second half. Very
14 came before halftime. No, still 9 points since the break.
9 since the break. Okay, I was looking at the wrong player. Yeah, I'll take 9. It just didn't feel like in the first half he was super aggressive early and just attacked the basket, came down, took shots, 15-footers, pull-ups, layups.
He's played all 32 minutes tonight as well.
Yeah, that's right. He hasn't sat down for a minute. I'm impressed by the freshman, too. I mean, I know that he's playing against a slightly bigger, older player in Robinson, but the freshman, Karavanik, has played well. Second half especially, he's got 8 points and
he's gone toe-to-toe with Rodriguez as well, one of the state's better big men.
He's played well tonight. This is the best game, I think, of the games we've seen him play. This is the best game he's played.
Yeah, 12 points, 6 boards unofficially, a couple of blocks. So here we go. Cortez, after taking the inbound pass, got a couple of dribbles there before he's fouled at midcourt. Shaves a couple of seconds off the clock, down to 18. And again, a 7-point lead on the board for the Titans.
And he right now is 3 of 4, I believe, so he's a good free throw shooter as well.
The junior, no problem there.
Right now, North.
How about 20 points for Elise Roy Cortez?
He's played really well.
13 of those in this second half, and that's been the difference. His club trailed by 4. At the break, they lead by 8 here with 18 seconds. One more coming for the 5'9 junior, and it's perfect.
And so he was that player to step up for North, though, in the second half. He played well. He had to be that third guy to step up and get points, and super aggressive on defense.
Okote across the lane. Karavanek was blocked and then fouled.
Well, I guess we had a good block. Maybe they call that on the somebody in the head. He called that on, if I'm not mistaken, Melendez, but I didn't really.
That's team foul number 4 against the Titans. South is left with 9 seconds.
Oh, there it is, the goodbye chant.
Castigway for 3. In and out. Rodriguez the rebound. And that will do it. A must-win for Nashua North, and they deliver on their home floor. The final is 67-58 as the Titans snap a 4-game losing streak. It's the first setback in 6 games for Coach Mazzarol's Purple Panthers.
But that was we talked about this. That was a must-win game for North, and they won. South can't be too disappointed, but that was an absolute must-win for them. You've got to snap that losing streak.
So South did dip to 6-3, while Nashua North breaks back above 500 at 5-4. All right, we're going to see if Coach Lane can make his way through this sea of humanity and join us up here in the stands. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll tally up the stats, throw a few highlights your way, and, of course, some of these rivalry games statewide are going down to the wire. So we'll get you an out-of-town scoreboard as well. 67-58, Nashua North the winner. Postgame coming up next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, this one a fun one to call tonight in the Gate City. The Battle of the Bridge goes to Nashua North by a final score of 67-58. Nashua South, they see their 5-game win streak snapped as they fall to 6-3. North, they put an end to a 4-game skid and improved to 5-4. We'll be joined by head coach Steve Lane in just a moment. Nashua North head coach, still over there with his team. So that gives us time to go down some of the stats here tonight.
Absolutely.
The leading scorer for Nashua North was Parth Maglani, 26 points, 14 in the first half, 12 more in the second. He knocked down 5 from the three-point line and went perfect at the stripe.
5
4
rebounds
4.
as well. 5
5
rebounds
boards
for him, as well.
As well. So another Parth Maglani-like performance for the junior. He had help from his classmate Elise Roy Cortez, who really came on strong in the second half. 21 points, 14 of those over the final 2 quarters. Robinson Rodriguez came off the bench tonight and delivered big. 12 points, 7 boards, and 3 blocks by my count. So 3 Titans in double figures. And, of course, Jaden Pena, despite getting a little dinged up in that first half, ended up as the high rebounder.
He did.
With 9 boards for the Titans. South, they kept it close most of the way.
Oh, yeah, this was a game.
This was a 1 or 2 possession game really the whole way. They led at halftime by a score of 32-28. And that thanks in large part to the senior guard, Zach Castigway, who scored 23 points, 14 of those before halftime. He's one of 2 in double figures for South. Josh Caruso did most of his damage in the second quarter, ended up with a dozen.
Yeah,
and Prince Isaac Ndubuzi played well off the bench. A couple of old school three-point plays.
Those were fun.
He finished with 6 points. And the freshman, Daniel Karavanik, deserves a shout-out as well. He had 8 points all after halftime.
Yeah, he had a few rebounds. I thought he played pretty well. He didn't try and do too much, right? They just couldn't get, offensively in the second half. They just couldn't get going. You watch and guys, and coaches tell them, you can see coaches telling them, move around. Guys were kind of standing still, waiting for other guys to do something. So you can't get a lot of flow when guys just stand around. You got to have movement, right? Everybody has to be moving. Otherwise, guess what? Defensively, it's so easy. You just stand and watch. I don't have to do anything. I can be on help side. I can just stand and wait. So, I'm curious to see how Coach feels about this win, especially, kind of nipping that 4-game losing streak in the bud here real quick.
Yeah, Coach Lane making his way over as we speak. As we mentioned, this one pretty tight most of the way. North led by as many as 10. That was late in the second half. They built up an 8-point lead in that first quarter. South, they made their move in the second quarter. Took the lead, as I mentioned, at halftime before they were outscored in that second half by their crosstown rivals. Both teams
really
very
good.
Much in the mix in Division I, as we mentioned.
Absolutely.
All right, here he is, Coach.
Really good second half.
Steve Lane joining us for the second time this season. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Your team trailed by 4 at halftime. Kind of a gut check for that group. They came out and responded in the second half. I imagine you're pretty pleased tonight.
Well, we needed one. It's been a while since we have had this feeling of winning, and the kids deserved it tonight. They played super well on the defensive end. I think anybody that holds Josh Caruso to 0 points in the second half, I don't think he scored in the second half.
A couple of free throws.
Field goals. And
no field goals.
No, you did a good job.
Some of my reserve guys that, the Zion Melendez, Luke Peters, unbelievable effort tonight from those guys.
Yeah.
So proud of them.
As you mentioned, Coach, kind of a must-win situation here at the midway point after that 4-game skid, and your group certainly rose to the occasion. Seems like a tough group out here, physically, mentally. What does this win mean going forward here over the final 6 or 7 weeks of the regular season?
Well, you got to hope kids use this as a confidence kind of catapult bolt to the next level of how they should play each and every game. And I think when we talked at Bedford, I was pleased, and Bedford's super good, that we played so well and competed so well. This one we finished. Bedford's a really good team, and they're going to be tough to beat by anybody. But I was proud of the effort then. After that game, we have hit skids. We have not played up to our potential. Our motors haven't been very high. I was really excited tonight about the effort and their attitudes tonight.
It felt like after Bedford, just looking at the record, that maybe the guys just sort of felt like we played so hard, we were that close to them, and then all of a sudden, confidence tends to wane sometimes when that happens. Maybe, because I told Nick that this was your most important game of the year right here. Like, you win this game, it could change things for you, momentum.
I mean, this is the greatest atmosphere that you can have in the state. I mean, I know Pinkerton, Londonderry's good, but many teams that get to play their own people in their own town.
It's great.
All of these kids know each other on every position, every kid. And you got to give South a lot of credit. And Coach Maswell does an unbelievable job. We just had to make a few adjustments to make sure that Zach and Josh didn't get as many clean looks as they did in the first half, which they made quite a few of.
Yeah, it was one of our most fun games to watch. Close game. It was the guy. I think they played hard the entire time.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming here tonight.
So next up, obviously first half of the season thereabouts is now in the rearview mirror. What are you looking to accomplish between now and the tournament?
I want to play like we did tonight, with the effort, with the attitude, with the togetherness on the defensive end, win or lose. And I think any of you guys have all coached before. I mean, you understand it as well, or played. Confidence breeds confidence, and then hopefully breeds some success. But if the kids stay together and they play like this and continue to think that positive attitude and positive thinking is going to lead us in the right direction, that's where we're headed. Whether we finish 5-13 or whatever the heck we finish with in the next, for our record, I really don't care. But I want the effort to be like it was tonight.
Yeah, that was really good effort.
Yeah,
really
thanks.
good effort.
Appreciate it, guys.
Congratulations, Coach.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks for stopping
You
by.
guys have a pleasant weekend, because I will too.
Yes. Good for
Thanks,
you.
Coach. That's again Steve Lane. Good stuff as usual. Pleased with his team's effort.
We were too.
And obviously pleased with the result as well.
Yeah, I think that's what you want, though. He wanted we thought we'd see maximum effort on both sides, and I think maybe there was some concern that there'd be a little too much excitement. But I think their effort, probably hasn't been that great up until this point. And I still think sometimes when you lose to a team that's really good and you're really close to beating them, when they played Bedford, I from coaching, it can really kind of sap your vigor.
Yeah.
Because
confidence.
Yeah, you played so well, and yet you're thinking, oh man, but we still didn't win. We didn't, and so then you kind of drift off a little bit. You don't play as well. Yeah. Yep. And practices are usually not very good. So you do whatever you can as a coach to kind of get them up. And I think playing your rival and playing well and beating your rival.
Perfect medicine.
That's
right?
what you need, right? So either way, one team's going to be more confident because they keep winning. Now these guys were down, and now they feel really good coming into their next game.
Yeah. Speaking of rivalries.
Uh-oh.
We've got a scoreboard update here. Out on the Seacoast, Exeter and Winnicott were tied to begin the fourth quarter. And it's the Blue Hawks who pull it out. 61-57. Exeter a winner.
Oh, very close game.
Over Winnicott by a 4-point margin. And we have a final in Londonderry as well. The Lancers hung around.
Okay.
But in the end, Pinkerton stays unbeaten by a final of 86-69.
That's a 17-point loss. That's not – you know what, though? That's not that bad. Talent-wise, you look at the two teams talent-wise, and you see Pinkerton has a lot of talent.
They've got an advantage over basically
everybody.
Basically everyone.
Almost everybody. Bedford, Pinkerton's going to be the best game to watch, I think, if we can kind of
But Londonderry's been playing well, as we can attest.
Oh, my goodness, yes, they have. That zone defense, though, they play everyone else. It's getting better. Everybody else better look out for that zone.
And then the West Coast game, so to speak, an 8 o'clock tip-off.
What? Between
Bedford and Goffstown.
Why 8 o'clock tip-off?
Between the two neighboring towns. That one just underway in the second quarter. Bedford already with an early lead, 32-15. The Bulldogs over the Grizzlies. Justin, your final thoughts on what we saw here. 67-58, Nashua North over Nashua South.
Well, I saw a team that was down and out almost, had lost 4 in a row, kind of rally and play well so that going forward they're going to win some more games, I think, and Coach can be very happy with their effort. And because I've not seen them play without effort yet, but he has. So that was good for them to see. And then South, I think, has, they won 4 in a row. You lose one to your rival, but this game could have gone either way.
Yeah.
It's just one team shot better at the end, and I think one team was a little bit more on top of things offensively. South had a little bit of trouble in the end trying to score, but both teams played extremely hard. Both teams were well coached. It was just a really fun game to watch. And our atmosphere was phenomenal.
Absolutely. A lot of fun tonight. All right, want to thank a few folks. Of course, Lisa Gingras, the athletic director of the Nashua High Schools. Of course, the on-site man here at Nashua North is our old friend Dante Lorendi. Appreciate those two as usual for accompanying us. Of course, our friends over at ETV making space for us on their home turf, so we appreciate Pete Johnson and those guys over there.
We had yellow tape. For God's sakes, we had caution tape. We got space.
We were treated like royalty here.
Oh, yes.
And may have had the best seat in the house.
I think we did. We're like the 50-yard line, baby, right here in the middle. We had a perfect spot.
So we appreciate the accommodations as usual.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, our videography crew, which includes newcomer Josh Lebrecht, camped out over there.
We see him over there.
Still working hard, giving us the thumbs up. We appreciate Josh. We welcome him inside our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire crew. That's John. Line camp behind us, of course, the great Cat Doyle.
Oh, Cat's a
doing
beast.
Another bang-up job. So a 3-person crew tonight.
That's big.
Covering all. Of course, the whole thing orchestrated and put together by the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Replay, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios, making it look easy at this point.
We always have good flow.
We really do.
That's what we go with.
Ben is the conductor, so to speak.
He is.
Of course, Steve Beals is the executive producer. He'll be back in the Shire tomorrow. I know Justin is looking forward to meeting up with him next week.
We're going to have skin matching contest. We're going to hold up usually skin, see how
tan he is coming back up from Florida. All right, great job again, my friend, tonight.
Yeah, you too.
As
great
usual.
job.
For Justin Gorham, my name is Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time, Nashua North, 67. Nashua South, 58. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.